everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is part 2 of my fabrics to cushion series. So in the last video we dyed the fabric and it turned out amazing like this. So today I am going to turn this into the cushion covers. So let's get into it. First things first, I'm just going to start by making a 45 by 45 centimeter square. So my cushion itself is actually 43 by 43 centimeters, but I want to make the cover just a little bit more like bigger, just in case it needs a bit of extra space, and that way I have the flexibility to make it smaller later on if I need. So yeah, first I'm just going to square off the bottoms. I have 2 cushions I'm making. So I'm just going to square off the bottoms and then choose which part of the fabric I like the most. Now comes the fun part. I'm gonna cut this fabric out. So now we have the cushions all cut out. I've got 4 45 by 45 squares. And then I've just got a little bit of the offcut, which I'm going to use to just make that kind of envelope bit. Okay, so now it's time to set up my bobbin and my thread, so let's get into it. And as always with any other sewing project, I've just got a little bit of a scrap of the fabric and I'm just going to check that the tension matches for this specific fabric. It's all flat in the fabric and it's looking pretty good, so I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so I've just got my little envelope piece here. It was originally 8 centimeters and now I've just done a double rolled hem here, which has been 5 centimeters, 0.5 centimeters twice, and now I'm just going to run a stitch along there. Double roll, so it's going to give us a nice clean finish. And now we're going to continue and just do the exact same thing on the other side. Right, and that's the other side done. I'm just going to give it a press before we continue on for more. And now I'm just onto my main cushion. I'm just going to do a 1 centimeter seam along the edge here. And again, just always pressing as soon as we've done the seam to set it into the fabric. Okay, and now I've just got this right sides together. I'm just going to sew that little overlap onto the top edge of the front of the cushion. And again, back over to pressing. Alright, and now we're finally up to our last step. So this bit can be a little bit confusing when you're folding it. Basically, you want, this is the main cover here, and I've got this bit folded this way and the other bit folded the other way. If you do get super confused, it always helps if you fold it so that it's sitting the correct way and then just figure out your seam from there. That's what I just had to do for this. It's super simple, but the way that it folds to put together can get a little bit confusing. So yeah, I'm just basically gonna go across the top and the bottom now, and then I'm going to fold it out the right way to check that it's correct before I do the final overlock on that seam. Okay, so now it's for our moment of truth. I mean, I did just finish this a second ago and I folded it out on itself, so it should be okay. And yep, that is looking perfection. Okay, so now it's time for our moment of truth. I'm just gonna fold those corners in and making sure they're sitting nice and square and flat. I like to usually put my snips in the corner when I'm pulling things through because it gives you like a super nice sharp point. Now let's get this cushion in. These are the final result of the cushion covers, and oh my gosh, I'm so happy with the result. The front looks so beautiful, and yeah, they turned out really nice. They are a little bit loose, so maybe in the future I would make them a bit more like completely fitting the size, but I'm kind of happy with that they're just a bit oversized and floppy. I don't like things to be too perfect. Here I just thought I would show you guys. The left one is what the back looks like, and the right one is what the front looks like, and this is what both of the backs look like. So I left that kind of envelope fold quite close to the top. It is a little bit floppy, so if you're someone that would kind of frustrate, I would suggest to put like a little button in the middle of the top there. There you have it, a little tutorial on how to make your own cushion covers. Pretty simple process, just sewing some squares together. So yeah, see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye!